Hello, word enthusiasts, and welcome back to Hello Word. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me on another linguistic adventure. Today, we're shining a light on a fascinating word, beam. This is a C1 level noun that refers to a ray of light, so its meaning is a ray of light. Let's dive right in. So, what exactly is a beam? Well, in its most literal sense, a beam is a focused ray of light. Think of the beam from a flashlight cutting through the darkness, or the beam of sunlight streaming through a window. It's a concentrated projection of light energy. But beam isn't limited to just light. It can also refer to a long, sturdy piece of timber or metal used in construction. But for today's episode, we are focusing on the light-related definition. We often use beam in everyday language to describe light that is strong and directional. For example, the lighthouse sent out a powerful beam across the sea, or the car's headlights emitted a bright beam. Now, let's explore some synonyms for beam. One synonym is ray. A ray of light is very similar to a beam, suggesting a line of light emanating from a source. For instance, a ray of sunshine peeked through the clouds. Another synonym is shaft. Shaft often implies a more vertical and defined beam of light, as in, a shaft of moonlight illuminated the forest floor. Another useful synonym for beam is streak. Streak can suggest a rapid or sudden beam, or a marking that resembles one. An example, a streak of lightning flashed across the sky. A fourth synonym is gleam. Gleam can describe a soft or reflected beam of light. For example, the gleam from the polished silver caught my eye. Lastly, we have flash. Flash describes a short or intense beam of light, as in, a flash of light indicated the camera's use. Now, let's turn to the opposite side of the spectrum and explore some antonyms for beam. The opposite of a concentrated beam would be something diffused or scattered. One antonym is diffusion. Diffusion refers to the spreading out of light rather than a focused beam. For example, the frosted glass caused a diffusion of light in the room. Another antonym is shadow. Shadow represents the absence of light where a beam would be present. For example, the trees cast a long shadow in the afternoon sun. Then we have darkness. Darkness is the complete or partial absence of light, a direct contrast to a beam. For instance, the room was plunged into darkness when the power went out. A fourth antonym is dimness. Dimness suggests a low level of light rather than a strong beam. Example, the dimness made it hard to read. Finally, there's obscurity. Obscurity suggests something hidden or unclear, often due to the lack of light, which is opposite of a bright beam. Example, the details of the painting were lost in obscurity. How can you use beam in your everyday life? Well, you might say, the sun's beams are so strong today, I need to wear sunglasses. Or the security guard shined a beam from his flashlight into the dark alley. You could also use it more figuratively. For example, she gave me a beam of encouragement, meaning she gave you a flash of encouragement. Here are some more usage examples. The beam of the projector illuminated the screen. The sun's beams warmed my face. The laser beam cut through the metal with precision. We followed the beam of light to find the exit. The actor was caught in the stage's beam. Some common phrases include full beam ahead, indicating to proceed at full power or effort. Another common one is she was beaming with pride, which means she was smiling radiantly. And that brings us to the end of today's exploration of the word beam. Remember, a beam is a focused ray of light. Synonyms include ray, shaft, streak, gleam, and flash, while antonyms include diffusion, shadow, darkness, dimness, and obscurity. I hope you found this episode enlightening. Thank you so much for tuning in to Hello Word. If you enjoyed this episode, Please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others discover the show. And now I have a fun challenge for you. I encourage you to create your own sentence using the word beam and share it as a comment under the video. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Until next time, keep exploring the wonderful world of words.